This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we're on Salvage Yard. It's a standard battle and we've got the group of guys that was with us when we had this match from the Platoon with Spartan event. So yeah, we've got a bunch of guys with us. We've got Obscure, we've got Orc Hunter, we've got Tier 1 Hillbilly, and I can't remember the last one because I'm a jerk. Bandit, that's the one. We've got Bandit with us. Sorry about that. Anyway, just a little bit of a, an update from the Platoon with Spartan. We actually had a lot more people show up this time, so thank you to everybody who was able to show up, and maybe next time for those of you who didn't, so or couldn't. We're gonna keep trying to do that the last Saturday of every month. I'm gonna try. I can't guarantee it because I don't know my schedule until like days before I actually have, things planned, because that's the way factories work sometimes. But I'll try to do something like that at least once a month, and it'll probably be the last Saturday of every month. So yeah, we're in the T100 light tank. We are on Malinovka, and actually we're on Salvage Yard. It's not Malinovka. It is Malinovka, but it's not at the same time. There's a few key differences. Basically some bigger buildings, some nicer scenery, and some salvage components down in the bottom left at our base. That being said, I'm just trying to hang out initially, trying not to get shot, and trying to spot as much as I can. But it's not perfect. So you can see I've fallen back here. We've got the C50, and once the C50 gets hit one or two more times, I'm going to jump down and go side of the lake and try to come up behind him. Here we have the Grill 15. He's on the back side of a ridgeline, so I can't touch him. I've got the cover of this bush, which is kind of nice. We're keeping people spotted. Now here, you can see I jump along the ridgeline, and the moment I do, apparently they're able to take out the E50. So that's a good thing. We're just going to go up here and see if we can't spot anybody. This is probably the most devastating area to spot, because you can spot them and then dip down and they can't do a thing about it. The only problem is we got these guys out here in the field, and yes, definitely not preferable if they're going to be able to strafe me. So we're keeping this Death Star spotted. He is looking directly at us, which is not preferable. Not that he can hit us from there anyway. Oh, hello, T-69, broadside shot. There we go, 264. He's looking towards our direction. We do disappear, and we put the finishing kill in. Apparently not. That shot looked like it went perfect, but it must have just went above his chassis but below his turret, and now he's gone. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, so what'd you guys do this weekend? Me, I didn't do a whole lot. We had the Platoon with Spartan Saturday, and then Sunday I worked on the truck, got the new fuel pump in. Went ahead, just replaced the fuel pump and got rid of it. The fuel pump that was on didn't actually have a bolt. Ouch, we got hit there. Didn't actually have a bolt, it was actually a plug. So I'm assuming that it was one of those fuel pumps that have been used on different engines at different times, and maybe that was an outlet for another car or something. Back in the day, Chrysler, Dodge, Plymouth, they all used these same components for multiple different cars. So it's not uncommon to see, one thing of a vehicle have multiple uses. So you have a fuel pump and it's set up one way for your car, but it might be set up completely different for another car. But it's the same part number and everything, so it's just one of those things. So unfortunately wasn't able to fix the one that was on it, so we just went ahead and replaced it. It's pretty cheap, it's a mechanical fuel pump. Only thing about them is they're a little bit of annoying. It's a lot easier to work on that one than it was the Duster, because the Duster was a slant 6, and the fuel pump on a slant 6 is on the side where the engine slants towards the frame, which means you have absolutely no room to work. Now I did run into a little bit of trouble with this, just because they had the fuel pump right up in the area of the frame, so when I was under the truck, I couldn't reach up with my right hand, and I'm right-handed. So that kind of sucked. But I managed to make it work. Wasn't too bad. It only took me maybe 20 minutes to do. And that was, you know, taking the old one off, scraping the gasket off of the block, and then putting the new gasket on and finagling it into place. So, wasn't too bad. But we've controlled the center of the map here. Our guys have had enough time to come around the top of the hill. So we're going to jump this Grill 15 here, and he's going to fumble pretty miserably. And this is where it becomes hard. You can see I keep trying, and now that he fired and missed, I jump in and go straight at him. And that, I don't know what happened there. That was probably the worst RNG you can get out of this thing. And because this guy is a huge target. Now he's going to get the gun around, and he's going to fumble again because, you know, when you have a tank that is capable of aiming in 1 second or less, taking your time to aim is just, you know, too much time, obviously. Anyway, I'm just going to roll down this right side. We're doing pretty good. We've got 10 hits. We've got some assisted damage out there. We've got 6 spotted targets, and we're going to add a few more to that. We've got this AMX, who is a problem. We've got another AMX and a Object 436, it looks like. So yeah, not wanting to go in there too early. I don't mind, you know, jumping in when it's 1v2 even. I can take on 2 people usually in this tank, especially when they're not the most mobile tanks in the world. I can hold my own pretty well. But, you know, if I don't have to, the dead tank, the timing of that dead tank being right there, like, that was perfect. As soon as I pulled the trigger, it's a dead tank. Go figure. But this, it's a 416, not a 436 Spartan. Come on, know your tanks. Sorry. Anyway, it's the pancake-looking medium. But, as I'm pushing over here, I take time, because this guy's obviously running from me. Hey, look, there's a tier 10 medium tank, Chinese, right here. I'm gonna shoot him. Yeah, I see this guy's trying to come after me. That's fine. I'll put another round in this guy, and then I'll move. Because, you know, it's not like the 416 is the most mobile tank in the world. So then I use the ridgeline. He can't shoot me because, like me, he has no gun depression. See what I mean? No gun depression. Then when he does shoot me, he just hits my track because T100 is nothing but tracks. And then I put it in the back of his turret. Not bad. Somehow he manages to track me right there, and I don't honestly know how. Not sure how that worked. But we win the match. 13 hits, 11, you know, assisted damage there. So what do we end up with, guys? I think it was a pretty solid match. 31,000 silver, 3,100 damage, 3,200 assisted, 2 kills. Not bad at all. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.